And we're back. So now we're going to read a diary entry that I wrote, and we're going to find the elements of a diary entry. So you can follow along as I read, or you can fast forward through the reading if you want to read it on your own. April 1st, 2020. Dear Diary, boy, am I tired. Today was a surprisingly busy day for me. After a quick breakfast of oatmeal and almond butter, yum, I had a meeting with all the teachers at Oyster Adams. We got to watch videos of 8th graders sharing how much they miss school. I also learned how to use some features on Microsoft Teams from Mr. Smith. I usually don't like meetings, but I loved being able to see my friends from school, and I especially loved hearing from students. After that meeting, I had another meeting with the 5th grade team. We talked about how we can best support our students. Again, it was so wonderful seeing my friends and collaborating with them. I always feel supported and I learn a lot from them. Following my meetings, I had a quick snack and then did a dance workout. I love dancing to relieve stress and keep me feeling positive. After dancing, I did a little more work. Then, when my friend was done with his work, we went on a fun walk. We saw where firefighters train and we played on a playground. We even ran up a big hill. It was hard but rewarding. When we came back, we washed our hands, had a yummy bean burger dinner, and watched some relaxing TV. I'm looking forward to seeing my students in Aldea tomorrow. Can't wait to hear how their days have been. Talk to you later, Miss Antunes. Okay, so now that we read the diary, we're going to identify these elements in the diary entry that I wrote. After I read each element, I want you to pause the video and point to that element, okay? So the first one is, does this diary entry include the date, a month, year, or even the day when it was written? So pause and point to it. Okay, so you should have pointed to April 1st, 2020. Okay, next one. Does this diary was it written in first person? So does it sound like the person who it happened to wrote it? So pause and see if you can point to 3 examples of where it was written in first person. Okay, so you should have noticed that it does include the pronouns I, me, my, which show that this was written in first person. Okay, next one. Where do you see an introduction that tells you a little bit about what this diary is going to be about? So pause and point to the introduction. Pause. Did you pause? I don't know if you paused. Pause again. Okay, so you should have noticed that the introduction is here. So here you can see that I'm probably going to talk about how busy my day was. Where do you see feelings? Where do I show that how I feel about what happened? So pause the video and see if you can find 3 examples, point to 3 examples of where I show how I feel about something. Okay, so you should have noticed that here are some examples of how I feel about things. I love being able to see my friends. It was wonderful seeing the 5th grade teachers. I love dancing. Running up that hill was hard but rewarding, and it was relaxing to watch TV. Where do you notice that this is written in chronological order? So pause and see if you can find where this was written in chronological order. Okay, so you see that it lists the events. First, this happened, then I had another meeting, then I did dancing, then I went outside for a walk, and then I had dinner and watched TV. All right, lastly, where is the conclusion? Point to the conclusion. Yep, the conclusion is here at the bottom. So here I end by saying, looking forward to something tomorrow, and then I'm going to talk to my diary again the next day. Good job.